Hello, this is Gina, EHR consultant for MedTech Solutions, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the configuration options for telehealth visit types and coding. All right, so we're in our EHR here, and the first thing we're going to look at is our online consult visit type. If we go to the system practice template, it's actually a system template, the framework content here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open that up. And you can see for internal medicine, I already have my online consult configured. It's in my list here. But let's go out to, let's try for dermatology. And you can see for dermatology, we don't have the online visit type available. So if I come here and I go through, I click on my visit type, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to look for my online visit or online consult, and I'm going to go ahead and select that. Then I can configure my tabs. So I'm going to configure my intake. So you're typing in the caption. Then when you go to the template here, you're going to select the template that you want to be pulled up when they click the intake tab. We're going to do the same for history. Go to our template, look for our template name. We're going to go and we're going to configure our soap. Go to our template, type in FTS soap, and these are the real names of the templates as you would find them in template editor. We're going to do our finalize, look for our finalized template. And all the foundation templates do start with that FTS. And then we're going to lastly configure our checkout. And I'm going to select the FTS checkout. Let me minimize this history here. Now, the one thing to remember on this framework content is your add and update buttons are way over here on the right. So I have my tabs, my 5 tabs configured for my online consult, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add. If I wanted to configure the sub-navigation, so that's going to be all of the links that show up here on the bottom, which I don't have configured for internal medicine, I can do that simply by selecting the online consult on my system template that I just added, and I can come here down to the sub-navigation, and I can say on intake 1, and you can use pop-ups here as well. So maybe I want to enter in or give them a quick link to the demographics, which is going to be our patient template. And maybe I want to give them quick access to screening. So I'm going to type in screening, and I know the name of that template is depression screening alert. And once again, I'm just going to add. I'm not going to continue on with the rest of the tabs just for time. But you would continue on with configuring each one of those tabs and what you want on that sub-navigation. So if we go ahead and save this now, and we're going to go to a visit and select dermatology. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, open up my history bar, do a new encounter, go to my intake, and now I'm going to select my dermatology as my specialty. So here's my dermatology. And now you'll see I have my online consult. And I'm going to see my tabs configured at the top. And I also have those couple sub-navs that I added to my intake. The other option that we're going to look at how you can configure is going to be on the finalized template. So on the finalized template, and I'm going to go ahead and add a diagnosis here. If we come down to this modifier area, you can add the GT telemedicine modifier to your EM coding modifier pick list. This is done by accessing your system template, which you should have copied, your custom pick list, and you access that in template editor. So if we come over to template editor, you can see that you can add a pick list to your modified pick list here. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to name this one here EM coding. And then I'm going to attach that pick list. And you may have to look in Template Editor on the template to see the actual name of that pick list. I know that my pick list name is E&M coding. So I'm going to right click and do add a new trigger. Then we're going to do, for the event, click an entry. We're going to come here and we're going to say pick list. And then we need to find our pick list. So here's our pick list, E&M coding modifiers. And you can add your modifier here, just like I already have the telemedicine one added. But you can add your telemedicine code. And you're simply going to click your add button. You can sort these alphabetically, move things up and down. And we're going to say okay, okay, okay. And now that pick list is attached here, and I can come in and I can edit that pick list on the system template, and it's going to be reflected all over the EHR. And then, of course, we want to save. In file maintenance is where we can configure a service category. And this service category is an example of, if we go to, from the finalize on the additional E&M coding template, we can add to the service category here to bring up codes for our other field here. So you'll see I have some codes here. So let's take a look at that in file maintenance. When you go into file maintenance under EHR, you can go into service categories. The service category you're looking for, I already know, is called Additional E&M Codes Other. So I'm going to simply open that up. And here's those codes I already saw listed on my finalize. If I click this folder here, I'll be able to search for any other code that I want to add to my list. And I can just move that over with this arrow, or I can move something back and forth. So if I wanted to add a code, I'm going to type that code in, select it here, go ahead and move on over. I do need to state that the codes, in order to be searchable here, do need to be part of your SIM library. All right, so we would simply just click OK. If you have any questions on how to configure things within your system, or you do not have rights to configure things in your system, please reach out to your account manager or contact us at support@medtechsolutions.com.